Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Strads here. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good day. As always, thank you so much for joining me in another Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus run with a nitty-bitty change. I say that because technically I am running Afterbirth Plus, but technically also Rebirth. Technically a Revelations Chapter 2. Oh yeah. It's as you can see from the title screen, and can probably hear from the music, different. Whole difference. So we've installed a few mods. So let's dive on in. I actually need to be on Isaac just to make sure this works. My cat's going mental. Dobby, calm down. Don't chat back. Calm down. Alright? He's just had some treats, so he's now on his little sugar high. Although I highly doubt there's sugar in Dreamies. So anyway, so what we initially had was number 2, external item descriptions. We've had that for ages, and Smash Announcer. Now, Smash Announcer only affects the title screens when you go into the boss fight, and I don't ever sit and watch them. I normally just X right through them. So I haven't turned it. I turned it on for a couple of videos where we've started using the sound effects and music in game instead of like the Spotify playlist and that. I have turned it off. Again, just because there's no point in me having it because I just don't watch the title screens. But it is a fun little mod. We then came across Better Character menu. Now what that does is, you might remember how Isaac used to look, or if not, it's on plenty of my other videos, there's thousands on YouTube, if not, and it now looks like this. So all the characters are now shaded, all the names are coloured, the items below, so like Isaac starting with a D6 for example, it's now just an actual item, like a picture of the item and the actual in-game sprite, instead of it just being a greyed out box saying the D6 and a greyed out logo. It's now actually the proper sprite. It is awesome. Absolutely awesome. And not only that, we've installed... we did install the colour stat HUD icons. Now what that does is basically makes all of the in-game stats on the left side, instead of being grey logos, they're the same as the menu, they're all shaded. So you have, I think your sword turns out to be blue or red or something. It is absolutely awesome. My phone's buzzing like crazy at the moment. What? Oh, nice! Oh, dude. Dude, you're an absolute legend, mate. I'm not going to mention what it is because Mansa's working on something for me, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. But anyway, swiftly moving on from that. Thank you, dude, so much. Yeah, the colour stat HUD icons I've turned off because it seems to conflict with the other mods, which I'm not entirely sure where and how and why. Every time I have that on with the rest, it jitters like that. So I've just turned it off and it seems to run smooth now. So we then come across Revelations, and I'm so glad I did, because it's added 2 new maps, a bunch of new items. When I say 2 maps, there's one called Tundra, I think. It's like a frozen tundra. Glacier, that's what it's called, Glacier. And Tomb. So you've got like a Glacier ice map level, or 2 levels, and then a Tomb Egyptian sand type 2 levels too, which is added in. Pretty awesome. It's also added in new bosses. It's added in new challenges, or a to-do list, shall we say. And it's added in 2 new characters, Dante and Sarah. Now, I've used them a couple of times, but you know, it is what it is. I mean, this video is not really a typical Isaac video, but we'll hopefully get... I might go into the console, do I think I need to double check, but there's one thing where you can up your damage or something. So I'm going to look at that. There's one thing where you can do. You don't take basically like God mode. So I'll see if I can put that in just to show the levels off and that. And yeah, Sarah's really weird, but it's the item that makes her weird. With penance, because that gives you different angel rooms after each boss fight, and then you trade demon hearts for an item. But when you get hit on the normal level, on a normal room with a demon heart, it flies off and becomes a demon. Whilst you're still in that hostile room, it then attacks you. Yeah, it's insane. Absolutely insane. But once you clear the room, they just come back as demon hearts. It's awesome how it's been done, but my word, it is so cool. So cool. And as for Dante, or Dante, or however you say his name, there's two of them because you can tell by the shadow behind him. First one starts off in the normal room, and then once you clear the next hostile room, all the doors are locked with chains, like in Zelda, where you've got the big cross chains and a key. You have to activate your item, which then transforms you into the secondary character, which is a room, from what I've experienced, in brackets, is a room away from the boss fight, or it's in the room where you walk into the boss fight. Do the same thing, clear a hostile room, have to activate your item, and you transfer them back to the first, or your primary character, or Dante, or whichever one. I think it's Virgil. No, it's not Virgil, that's another item. And then basically what that does is you then try and meet each other in the middle, so then you can have both characters. It's awesome. It's awesome. But yeah, I am waffling on a lot, but I'm just sort of going. This video is purely just going through what we've done in terms of mods and what we've added. So because we've added Revelations in, that has to run with mod compatibility hack and custom stage API. Now you have to have those two installed and on for Revelations to work. The AB plus sprite rehaul was one I came across as well. That I absolutely grabbed because it made all the sprites and the in-game icons just awesome. It looks fantastic, some of them. And there's new mobs. Well, I say new mobs. They've changed. Some mobs are still the same vanilla mob design, but it's changed some of the other mobs, like the Ipecac mobs, whereas they were just like green Isaacs. Now they're really deformed and it's awesome. It's so cool. So what we will do is, I think I'm on 2, which is another level. We're going to do a new run. And we're going to do Isaac, just because it's Isaac. And straight away, you can see what's new. They've added this crawl space in. Now, what this crawl space does is, what we will have to do is, bear with me, because I'm going to go and find out a way. Basically, the glacier is bloody difficult. It's very, very, very hard. And once you've completed both levels once, just like the vanilla map, it gets harder. So, yeah, you'll have to bear with me for a second. I'm going to try and find out how to enable God mode or something of the sort. Right, we have figured out how. I don't think there's like a God mode as such, but you'll now know our damage is 4. Oh wow, it gives us massive tears. Jesus. That's weird. So what I've done is I've added high damage, which has, by the looks of it, added 40. I'm not going to add anything else because I don't know. I don't want this to mess up. I really don't. So I'm just going to stick with high damage. But if we go into this item room, for example, and then come back, that crawl space is going to be locked. So we're going to go straight down, and you're presented with this room. So once you've done the first floor, this one opens up as a room, and I am still yet to get this door to open. I don't know what that door is, but let's go check out the glacier. Immediately met with snow falling. Immediate new design, new doors. Curse door's still the same, but to me it's a little bit more difficult to see that it's a curse room. But other than that, it's exactly the same. So these are some new mobs, thanks to the mod. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand here, and I'm going to let it ping. It flings you. It is so cool. It's so cool. Now, the Tomb and Glacier, if you've not seen this mod before, the Tomb and Glacier both have this sort of room in where it has two statues. Now, if you don't take one and bomb your way out of the door, a pop-up comes up saying you've made a mistake. I don't know what that means, but I normally try to take one of them. And I normally stick to, I think it's gratuity on Glacier. Because basically it gives you more pickups, but there's more pranks. And what that means is there's going to be a boss that randomly appears in every other room or every room up until you kill it. And then fragility is icier rooms and thinly coated. So that would mean instead of a room looking like this, where just this bit is ice, as you can see because I'm sliding on it, it would basically transform all of this in a bit into ice, and then certain areas where it cracks and then it drops and you can fall through, and then enemies freeze. I don't really know what that means. Okay, I accidentally tapped that one. So here's the boss. The door is now open, but he is picking up all the pickups from the room, and you do a certain amount of damage and then he buggers off. Simple as that. But then it will be every other room he will appear. Spiders trapped in ice cubes. And the way the ice works is, like now, I'm frozen. If I go and stand in this ring of light from the fire, I'm no longer frozen, because the fire is actually melting the ice. I think that is so cool. It's just so cool. And honestly, I'm so happy that I installed this mod, because geez, it added a whole new level to Isaac, and well, obviously it's added like 4 new levels to Isaac, but you know, it's just so fun to play. It's so different, it's fresh, and you know, whoever's made this has really loves Isaac for certain. Knew what they wanted to add in, knew what sort of challenges people would like, knew what sort of mobs would be enough of a challenge but not annoying. I'm going to take the Health and Soul Heart. I'm not going to take Dr. Fetus though. Although I probably could have for this room, but it's only 2 coins really, isn't it? Give me my stuff back. Give me it back. I love the fact he's there, and then as he's about to bugger off, he goes. I love that. It's so cool. The time it must have taken, and energy and effort. You know, mad respect for what these creators have done. Is absolutely fantastic. But there's absolutely hundreds of mods available for Isaac. Obviously on PC is how we're running this. Not on console or anything, so I don't know if console mods are available, like how Fallout does it, where it's got its own in-game mods that you can select and download or not. But again, I think that's for console players to let me know down below if you have it. But this, and in particular the Tomb, is such good practice for dodging. You know, it is so good. And what I really like, especially about this, is these mobs here are all frozen. So am I, so now I can't shoot. But the active mob, I should say. Why? I can't unfreeze. I can't unfreeze. What? No! Have I soft locked myself? I mean, I haven't because I've got a bomb, but damn it. Oh, damn it. If we if we didn't break any of the ice and those mobs were still frozen, we would be absolute... Oh my god. I'm actually soft locked here. Oh damn. Oh damn. Oh no, I'm not. There you go. See what I mean? This is awesome. That was a puzzle. That was a damn puzzle. There's... I forgot where I was going with that because I was stuck. Yeah, it's perfect for dodging. You know, I don't know if console has like the mods available for it or not. But there are rooms like this where, like that, we actually needed to break all of that ice to get the mobs out because the doors were locked. Even if we'd have killed those mobs, we still couldn't have done it because this acts as a switch, which then unlocks the door. So it's very Zelda-esque tomb puzzle type thing in that regard. And you know, it's so different from Isaac because obviously vanilla Isaac, you don't have those sorts of puzzles. There's just 2 buttons on the floor and that's it. But here it's very similar, don't get me wrong, with that thing acting as a switch, but you know, it's freaking awesome because some are very hidden, and these things as well freeze you but they send you away. It's so cool. It's so cool, man. I love it. I absolutely love it. I think these are secret rooms. I've only been in one and I got soft locked because we got in there, we done a bunch of damage straight off, then the ice monster it came down, we done damage, it flew off screen, and then right in the right hand corner there was just its paw kept going like that, and no matter where I tried to go, it wouldn't let me. I put a bomb on it thinking, right, maybe we could do a bit of damage, it just needs a bit of damage. I stood there, it didn't come down and grab me, done nothing, and then I'd use my only bomb to try and do damage to it, so I couldn't bomb the glass to get back out. So it was a bit like, come on. But yeah, so I'm not entirely sure what they are. This is one of the new bosses. There's what, put it out. I should have stayed on the title screen to see its name, but it is what it is. As long as we don't get him to hit the torch, we're fine, because he does put them out, but he does constantly chase us. We have to keep going in there. Oh, we have to keep going in there to defrost. And obviously, as you can see, we're at 43 damage because of the console thing that I put on, and it still took us ages to get him down. I will take the tears up just because. So every time you finish a floor, you then have the option to, in this case, go to Glacier level 2 or back to the vanilla map. So of course we go back to vanilla map and then it's all exactly the same. You know, we're about dead. But there are new mobs in the vanilla map as well. And it's so cool. It's so good, excuse me. I mean, there's the mushrooms as well. We'll let him pop up because he looks different as well. A bit better shading to him. That's all the same. I really need some hearts. I think the secret room's there, but I ain't got a bomb. Yeah, these are the same. I want to get that TNT because I'm going to kill myself on it. I know I am. But never mind. Ham bones are still the same. Or mush piles, or flesh piles, meat piles, whatever you want to call them. These are all the same as well. So there's nothing new to show in here. I'm debating whether this video needs to be cut a little bit more than usual. Obviously, I know normally, hopefully it doesn't seem like there is any cuts at all in normal Isaac videos, apart from when like I have to go and do something or sort something out, answer a call or something like that. But hopefully it doesn't seem like I cut all too much in that, which hopefully is a credit to what I'm doing. But We because like I say, this video was purely just to show what mod pack I've installed, what we're going to be running. We're still going to be doing Eden streaks. Well, it's not really a streak really, because we're terrible at it and we constantly lose. But we will still be doing the Eden runs because it's different every single time for the most part. And adding this in, this is going to be very different. So here, for example, is one of the new items, Moxie's Yarn. When used, a ball of yarn can be thrown. The yarn will summon a random friendly catastrophe cat. So if we take it and use it and throw it, there's the catastrophe cat. He likes to play with the ball. He likes to play with the ball. Are you going to play with the ball some more? No? Come on, kick the ball of yarn. It's so cute. So yeah, that is Moxie's Yarn. We'll summon that and then obviously it does damage. Little Spewer obviously is not new in the slightest. But now we have Moxie. We just have Moxie playing with yarn. It's so cool. It really is. We ain't got a jot of health, but sod it. Bighorn's model is different as well, as you can see there. His arms are different. His face is different. He's actually smaller than normal as well. Polydactyl, we're not going to say, oh, look at Moxie sleeping. Little Brimstone, we're not going to take. Because I actually really need the health. Please be full health. No, it's Amnesia, but that's fine. Because we're moving on to the tomb is now available to us. So this is actually working out quite well. So this is the tomb. Again, very different. Looks amazing, in personal opinion. With same as Glacier, which is the same as Vanilla. There's a store, a item room, curse room, a mob trap room, a boss trap room. Can be anything on the floor. This one, however, the tomb. I mean, there's one of the new mobs for the tomb front, is this little snapper. Don't really know what he does, but you can clear a room, and even with him there, it still counts as being done. But what the tomb is awful for is, I just want to clear those out of the way first. Is those. There's traps, like actual traps. So you can see on the floor there's squares with arrows. You stand on one like a pressure plate, and it just keeps firing at you until you're off it. That's what I mean by it's added a whole new element. Sloth there is massively different. A whole new element to the way you need to play, how you need to dodge, where you're stepping, everything. It just ups the game so much. I'm going to wait for that creep to go, perhaps, because there's no. So there's 4 trap buttons on the floor here. So again, we've got gratuity, more pickups, more pranks, and then peril. So this would give you trickier traps, entombed, or entombed friends. Now I don't know again what that means, but with the trickier traps, I'm not so sure. But then to get out of this room now, I have to walk over that, which then spawns the boss, which is going to follow us around. Which again, as you know, we added the 40 damage on through the console, and it still does hardly anything. These floors are much harder. Much harder. Oh god. See, I need this key, but I don't know if the spikes are going to get up or not. It just makes you so wary. It really does. It really, really does. Now, what is this now? What is this? Why can't I hit that? I don't know why I can't hit that. I mean, it's probably because I needed to do that, but... yeah, so that one was like an eternal mob. You have to kill everything else in the room before you can kill it, but it's like those mobs that, God, like the faces that you have to kill. Oh, come on. You have to kill everything else in the room for it to die. Now, what sucks is as soon as I step on that, these spikes are going to come up. Or not. You can destroy the sandcastles, which for some reason destroys enemies, but not that one. Oh my god. Oh my god. I need health. That's the issue. I need health. Because I am not built. I'm not built for this floor with half a heart. Oh god. No! Ah, oh, damn it. So yeah, I mean, that is Revelations, in a nutshell, what we're going to be running. There's going to be runs that we do that basically we don't go down there at all, because we either won't have the build for it, because like I say, it's a lot harder than a normal vanilla map. A lot harder. And I've only probably done like 12, 13 visits to those floors, and each and every one where I've had a tier delay of like 7 and below, with a damage of like 4.5 upwards, we've been relatively okay. For those runs where I've been above and below those levels, I've died almost instantly. So anything where I'm like a 8, 9, 10 plus tier delay, I'm just not going to go. And anywhere I'm on a damage of like 4.4 below, again, I'm just not going to go because I'm not built for it. So some runs will incorporate it, some runs won't, but we'll see. All new bosses. I'm kind of hoping I get Raging Longlegs, or whichever Longleg mob was put in here. Here's these horrible things. Because not only do they fly at you, they drop a troll bomb and then still fly away in your direction. It is a nightmare. A nitty-mare. And yeah, that was 8 hits to take him down then. 8. Bearing in mind the most hits on a mob on the first floor are those chubs, which is like 6 hits, I think. There's not many others apart from champion mobs that really take that much beating. But yeah, those do. And that's what I mean. The new mobs are very difficult to fight against. But again, if you've got the build for it, they're a doddle. They're like a floor 1, floor 2 mob standard. So it's all about the run. It's all about the build that you've got. And yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. But obviously we will grab Repentance when that comes out. I think Steam is still saying that's due for the end of first quarter. So we're looking around sort of end of March time. Hopefully it doesn't get delayed again. But if it does, we've still got something that's fresh, that's new. We've got Eden runs to be doing. We've got the to-do list, which as well I will show. Is it? It's C on a keyboard, isn't it? But is it F1, 2, 3, 4? Okay, I hit F5 and it froze everything in place for a second until I started moving again. So I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't touch anything else. Didn't touch anything else. So yeah, we've got things like that we can be doing. We've got to take the new characters through the bosses on vanilla as well. So again, once we've cleared this room, I'm going to have a quick look and see. Ball and chains, no, we don't want. See, external item information isn't actually working. And I don't know why. But, so yeah, this is the Revelations menu where we've added in to-do list. So just beat the glacier, choose Radiance. These are all the items that you unlock. So Ice Tray, for example, changes your tiers to ice. They slide along the floor instead of up in the air, and they leave a trail of creep. The good thing about them is the creep does damage the enemies slightly, but range is no longer an issue, so you can go wall to wall like a brimstone shot would. So that's good. Willow, I don't actually know what that does because I haven't picked it up yet. Same with Bandage Baby. Mirror Bombs is awesome. You drop it down, and depending on the backdrop of the room you're in, it has a different effect. So when you when it blows up, it might spawn loads of spikes on the floor, like wait what item does, or it might drop some spiders for you. Might drop. I can't remember what the other one it done when I had them before. But then there's beat glacier bosses. So you unlock champions. I've not seen that before, so I don't know what that is. Beat tomb bosses is locked. We haven't got that yet. We haven't beaten Crackswell. We have taken Sarah down through most of the bosses, apart from Mega Satan, Hush, Delirium, the Lamb, and obviously Satan. So we've got to do that. So we'll take to Satan. I think that's Delirium. That might even be Blue Baby, to be honest, being 3 question marks. Again, we've got to take Dante all the way down through them all. That must be Blue Baby, being 3 question. It's got to be, because there's no Isaac on there. So I'm assuming Satan won't be on there either. So that's why it's the main boss is being Blue Baby and that. So yeah, we've got all of that to do as well. So that is what we're going to be working on. We will be doing an Isaac run very, very soon. What I'm going to do is I need to restart this. So what I'll do is let's have a look and see what Eden Run would look like right now. What build are we going to have? Okay, it's crashed. So yeah, I'll put a black screen. In fact, if I just go boop and do that, I'll fill that with something. While I load this back up. So yeah, I'm going to be running with that for a little while. We're going to jump into an Eden run next week. It might be an old Eden run, because I've got 2 or 3 recorded where, I mean, I'm talking recorded back in end of January time, I think. Start of February. It wasn't recently, that's for sure. But, I mean, that's just what it's going to be. So some of the commentary in there might be a little weird, but it is what it is, and quite frankly this is the run that we're going to be doing. So that's the seed for it, but we'll cover this in next week's video, or a couple of weeks after this goes out. Like I say, I'm going to try and slot this in between some Isaacs, because I want to get this out, especially before Repentance comes out, so fingers crossed that works. But yeah, they're the quick stats, so a sneak peek into next video's run, I guess, or the next Revelations run, I'll call it. And yeah, hope you have enjoyed. Hope you're excited to see the mod. It has been out for ages, so you probably already know it, and you probably played it yourself before if you play Isaac on PC, especially if you play modded Isaac. But yeah, that's going to be it from me. So if you're new around here and this sort of content is for you, please let me know. Drop a comment, drop a like, smash that subscribe button. It'd mean the world to have you here. It really, really would. We've got Call of Duty camo grinds. We've got Pokemon Sword playthroughs going on. We've got Binding of Isaac runs. We've got Fall Guys on like streaks at the moment. So ding the bell if you want to see any of that content, just so you don't miss out. And hopefully I shall catch you next time. It's going to be Strads out. So take care, stay safe, stay awesome, but most importantly, have fun. Well, that has been an eventful one, so I'll see you then. Take care, guys. Bye.